Hey everyone, welcome back to Living Life is Like. If you've been following my videos or subscribed to me for a while, you know that I posted a mental health journey, I think it was called, back in somewhere between January and March. I can't remember when. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update of where I am now and how things are going. So first of all, when I was in hospital, I was on the phone to Mum one day and I was like, Mum, I do not know why I am so angry. I'm just so angry all the time. So then she's a band 3 care assistant, so she's med trained and obviously working with elderly people, like they're on antipsychotics and stuff like that there. And she's like, you shouldn't be like this, so she went to her senior and she went to her manager and they all had a discussion and stuff, and they were like, you do realise that if a medication isn't right for that person or they're on the wrong medication, so if they're on the wrong medication or it's not right for them or they don't need it altogether, it could have the opposite effect on them. So when Mum got me home, because I didn't exactly want to come back home, I wanted my own place or like support living or something. But unfortunately that didn't work out because no one was willing to take me. I didn't meet the criteria for support living because even though I do have a learning disability, I don't have a learning disability team. So a bit weird. But anyway, so I wasn't getting anywhere. Then the original place I was at, it was a nursing home, but they did have a mental health unit sort of place in that facility, and that's where I was, and that's where they refused to take me back because of all the self-harming. But they decided to give me another chance, but there was no beds. There was beds, but there wasn't any that suited my needs. Because of the fistula, I needed a ensuite, so I couldn't have a shared bathroom. So I needed a bedroom with an ensuite. And there was none available. Now that essentially, Mum knew when they said that would make me bed blocked. So essentially, I couldn't go anywhere else because this place had offered me a placement in their facility, and so I couldn't go anywhere else essentially. But I could have been in that hospital for further, like right now it's like October 3rd, 4th, it's October 4th, and I could have still been in that same hospital room because waiting on a bed to come available. So Mum just decided to take me home, and since then as soon as I got home, she immediately started reducing my risperidone as what I was on. If you're in our country, you can look up risperidone if that name doesn't sound familiar or whatever. I'm not too sure what, because I know in other countries medication is named other things, like I think Tylenol in America is named is the same as paracetamol maybe over here or something, or ibuprofen, I can't remember. But anyway, so I have been now 9 months self-harm free. It'll be 10 months on the 23rd of October. So I'm almost 10 months self-harm free. In May, I saw my surgeon, and he was in the hospital that I was in, and he said that this was like maybe February, March time, he went, if you're still self-harm free by May, then I will, consider reversing your fistula. So I've worked so hard to do this. My mum got me home. She got me off of risperidone right away, and she immediately, obviously by reducing it, but she immediately noticed behavioural changes in me. I was a lot calmer. I wasn't as, hurt at anger. I still obviously have the normal anger issues like everybody does, or every autistic person does. Obviously I'm autistic, so my anger issues are a little bit more severe than others, but other than that, I was back to my normal self. And so obviously the medication did not suit me, or I did not need to be on an antipsychotic in the first place. So, but obviously I still had to face the consequences of what the medication did do to me, and essentially I had 57 charges, pretty much ranging from assault and what's the other one? Criminal damage. 50 of them were dropped. They just didn't need to be taken to court, but also 7 of them I think did go to court. 7 or 8 of them did go to court, so that was fine. The judge, there was this one judge, and he basically was like, you're going to prison and all that there, but prison's not suited for me because of my mental health and my physical health. Essentially, I couldn't get the right care in prison than I could get out in the community. He knew that, but my barrister and solicitor knew that it was stressing me out coming to court all the time and nothing being done or whatever. So they said, could we go to this other court, because most of these cases happened in this particular town. So I was like, okay, that's grand. So they were like, that's fine. And then I saw a judge, and he is lovely. He's so empathetic and all out there. So I basically got an 18-month suspended sentence, because he said that you were on the wrong medication, so you really weren't in control of your actions. And I know that you're very apologetic and you're very sorry for what you did and all that there. When you've came to realise what had happened and all, and really none of them people should actually you shouldn't actually be here getting charged for something that wasn't your fault, because like he said, I wasn't in control of my actions because I was under the influence of a antipsychotic medication that basically made me psychotic. So and then a lot of the charges that usually now I just do not remember. I think I remember 1 or 2, and one of them completely exaggerated them. Basically, they had stopped me from doing something. I can't remember what it was, but I got angry and I threw the phone. Now, I always am throwing my phone when I'm in anger. Whatever's in my hand, it gets thrown basically. And I threw it, and it accidentally hit the nurse. I did not aim for the nurse or anything like that there, but it hit her, and she went, that's an assault. I'm calling the police. And I was like, ugh. And then I picked up this urinal. Now, normally if they're on my bed, they're empty because I used the urinal to empty my stomach bag. But this must have like a tiny bit in it or something. I didn't realise there was anything in it. I threw that. It hit the ground, and a couple of splashes went on her uniform. Now, yes, it's still gross and all that there, but the way it was said in court, which basically the way the nurse put it, that the urinal was chucked over her. And me being bed bound, how can I chuck a urinal over someone anyway? But that's not the point. So there was a couple that I got 4 months suspended sentence for, and then most of them were a month. So each incident created a total of 18 months suspended sentence, because he's like, you're getting the right care now, you're on, you're off the medication you didn't need to be on, you're on the right medication, you're on the right path, you're doing very well. There's been no incident since whenever the last incident was. I think it was like December last year. So you're getting it, and he was like, Mr. Caldwell, you're not going to jail so you can breathe. Because for some reason, when I panic, I hold my breath. He was like, so breathe before you pass out in my courtroom. So I was able to then take a breath, and then you can see me shaking and stuff because you have to kind of like stand in front of them. So he let me sit down on the bench, and that was grand. And that was all fine. And then it gave me the sentence, and basically, and that's court over now, so that's good. That's another thing off my plate. And then in May, that court case was like in September, I think. In May, I saw my surgeon. I kept him word. I was still self-harm free, so he put me on the urgent list to see his Belfast buddies, essentially, in the Belfast City Hospital. There'll be two of them doing one operation. One of them will be rebuilding my body, my abdomen with mesh and wires, and the other one will be giving me an abdominal flap, which in other words is a tummy tuck, which I'm not going to complain about. So yeah, it's just because my skin is so tight with all the scar tissue that it just will not close over. So they need to sort of they need to remove scar tissue and fat just so they can get my skin to close over. And a few weeks after that, I'll be getting my fistula repaired, which is basically the way I put it, sending the bile back to its home. So I can't wait for that. I've got my first consultation on the 16th of October. Today is currently the 4th. I will be vlogging that day if I remember. I probably won't get any sleep the night before because I'm so excited. I've already got questions in my notebook to ask the surgeon and stuff. So life is going great. I now have a job, like it's a part-time job. It's a full-time job, part-time hours. It's basically coaching football tots, so 18-month-olds to 3-year-olds 1 day a week. So I can't take on any more than that because I don't have transport, and where the football tot says it is in walkable distance. It's family lump on Puffy's under Puffy's skin. That's the second new one I felt. Anyway, so that was fine. And so I've now got that going on, which is great because I worked my butt off to get my sport coaching development degree, and that was back in, it was either before COVID or after COVID. I think it was before COVID, so maybe in 2018, 2019 possibly. I did that, and then I couldn't get a job anywhere, so I was really depressed, and that's what led to first overdosing and then obviously getting put on the antipsychotic and then starting the self-harm and stuff. But yeah, everything is on the up now, and I'm on the road to recovery. The next battle will be getting over these surgeries when they happen. So that's a really quick little update. I don't know when I'm going to put this video up, but I need to obviously well, there's nothing to it because it's literally just a one-take vlog. So, but I'm glad that if you stuck around, and if you've suffered from mental health and or still going through mental health issues, you will get there eventually. It just takes time. Everyone finally finds the path they're supposed to be on. So yeah, I wish anyone the best of luck, and I'll see you in my next vlog.